If you are in tech and you haven't heard the term forward deployed engineer yet, you will. FDE job listings just grew 1,165% since 2023. Salesforce alone committed to hiring 1,000 of them. Anthropic is growing its FDE team 5x. OpenAI, Rippling, Palantir, Adobe, every major AI company is racing to build these teams. And the pay? The median salary for an FDE is 174,000 USD. Senior FDEs at top companies pull in 200,000 USD as base, plus the equity that can double that. So, what is forward deployed engineer? Hi, I'm Ranajit. I'm a staff machine learning scientist. I have worked at Microsoft and Samsung R&D previously. Every week, I see developers are trying to break into the hottest roles in AI. Today, I'm going to give you a complete FDE roadmap, what the market looks like, what skills you need, and the exact roadmaps to enter into this role. Let's go. Let me show you what's actually happening in the job market right now. FDE roles grew between 800 to 1,000% in job postings between January and September of 2025 alone. The median salary is sitting at 173,000 USD, and 70% of these roles include equity on top of that. So you are not just getting a paycheck, you are getting a stake. And the top end, we are talking $500,000 plus in total compensation in Palantir, Rippling, and Anthropic. These aren't outliers anymore. These are the benchmarks. Now, here's the part you should really get your attention to. Analysts are projecting this market grows another 5x by 2028. That means the people who build the right skills now are going to be sitting at very different position than everyone who waited. And this isn't a bubble. Palantir's FDE model powered 20% revenue growth to $2.2 billion in 2024. Rippling hit $500 million ARR crediting FDEs for 90% customer retention. The question is whether you are going to be ready when it comes knocking. Why this role is exploding right now? We are living through a fundamental shift in technology that gets built and sold. In 2023, companies were still figuring out ChatGPT for basic tasks. In 2025, 2026, they are deploying AI agents into production systems. Companies are no longer selling the softwares. They are selling the outcomes. And to deliver the outcomes, you need engineers who just don't write code, but sit across from customers, understands their chaos, and architect the solutions on the spot. And that's the problem. Deploying AI agents in real enterprise is hard. As A16Z put it, enterprises buying AI are like your grandma getting an iPhone. They want to use it, but they need you to set it up. Getting a demo, working in a sandbox, that's 20% of the job. The other 80%, enterprise SSO, legacy ETL pipelines, regulatory constraints, security team sign-offs, undocumented APIs, and office politics. No prompt engineering fixes those. You need an engineer on site with production access who can ship. Who hires FDEs? 58% of FDE roles are at the companies with 11 to 200 employees, growth stage AI startups that have some product market fit and need to scale. But increasingly, Salesforce committed to building a team of 1,000 FDEs. Anthropic growing its applied AI FDE team 5x. OpenAI announced FDE hiring teams publicly. Palantir, the originator of the model, still benchmark compensation. Rippling, Adobe, Cohere, Datadog, all scaling FDE programs. So, what actually is a forward deployed engineer? Let me be really clear about what this role actually is. Because a lot of people hear field engineer and immediately think sales engineering or professional services. They are not the same thing, not even close. A solution architect designs and demos solutions during the sales process and hand off after the contract is signed. Their job is to sell the dream. Professional services coming post-sell. But they're working from a playbook, standard configuration, template-driven delivery, and they deliver that standard. And FD is something else entirely. You come in post-sell, fully embedded with the customer, sometimes literally on the site. And you build custom production gate systems, real code. You're not handling anything off because there is nobody to hand to. You own the technical success end to end. You navigate their legacy infrastructure. You figure out what their team actually needs versus what they said they need. You make the dream real inside their actual environment. Think of it this way: 50% engineer and 50% technical customer success, and 100% owner. The best FDEs are like the salespeople, think like product managers, and code like engineers. That's not a job description, that's superpower. The T-shaped FDE, what you actually need. FDEs need what the industry calls a T-shaped profile. Deep expertise in one core discipline and broad working knowledge across the adjacent domains that enterprise AI deployment actually touches. Let me break both down. Technical depth, the vertical of the T. This is where you need genuine mastery, not surface level familiarity. Number one is core engineering, where you would need Python as your primary language plus TypeScript or Java. SQL and data modeling. You will live in customer data. APIs, REST, webhooks, integration patterns, Git, version control, production deployment practices. The second is AI or LLM stack, the 2026 non-negotiable. LLM integration, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini APIs, prompt engineering, system prompt, structured output, tool use, RAG, retrieval augmented generation, vector database, chunking, embedding. Then you have agent orchestration through LangGraph, LangChain, Crew AI, Llama Index, evaluation framework, building evals that prove an agent won't go rogue in the production. Then you need AI observability and guardrails, monitoring, fallbacks, and confidence scoring. MCP, Model Context Protocol, building tool servers, sub-agents, and agent skills. The third is infrastructure and cloud. Cloud platforms like AWS, GCP, or Azure add production depth. Containers, Docker and Kubernetes are standard. Infrastructure as code, Terraform is a strong plus. Then the cross-domain breadth, the horizontal of the T. This is not about being an expert in everything. It's about knowing enough across adjacent domains to operate effectively inside a customer's world without getting lost. Product fluency, enough product sense to distinguish a genuine gap from one-off request and to speak credibly with PMs about what should be built. Data and analytics, enough to navigate a customer's data warehouse, understand the data schema, and know when a retrieval problem is actually data quality problem. Security and compliance basics, enough to hold a real conversation with an InfoSec team, understand why certain approaches get rejected, and build systems that pass enterprise review. Business and commercial awareness, enough to understand how enterprise procurement works, why a VP cares about different things than an engineer, and how your work maps to the business outcomes. Adjacent engineering domains, enough familiarity with front-end, DevOps, or data engineering to collaborate without bottlenecking on specialists for every small task. Here's the honest truth. Plenty of engineers can write Python and deploy models. Far fewer can operate across all of these domains simultaneously while navigating enterprise complexity at the same time. That's the scarcity that commands $174,000 median salaries. Here is a roadmap I recommend anyone serious about landing an FDE role. During the first month, focus on AI application foundations. Learn how modern AI applications interact with language models through APIs and simple interfaces. Build small tools that process structured data and respond to user queries in a controlled way. Work with system prompts, tool usage, and data-grounded responses so you develop a clear understanding how single AI agent receives the input, reasons about the task, accesses the data, and generates an answer. During the second month, focus on knowledge systems and agent workflows. Learn how embeddings, chunking strategies, and vector databases make large collections of information searchable. Build retrieval pipelines that allow the models to access relevant documents and generate grounded responses using retrieval augmented generation. Then extend these systems with agent workflows where models plan tasks, use tools, and execute multi-step reasoning processes. During the third month, focus on production-ready AI systems. Learn how to design coordinated agent workflows, evaluate system performance, and introduce guardrails that guide model behavior. Implement monitoring for latency, token usage, and cost. And explore how different models affect reliability and performance. This stage brings together retrieval, orchestration, and evaluation into systems that operate consistently in real-world environments. By the end of month 3, you are equipped to build a full agentic production system project as your capstone. Now, you could try to learn all this solo. Piece together YouTube tutorials, figure out which frameworks actually matter, build projects without knowing if they're interview worthy. Or you could do what best engineers do, learn from the people who have already shipped these systems at scale. Interview Kickstart's Agentic AI program is designed by 700 plus FANG engineers and maps directly to what companies like Anthropic, Salesforce, or OpenAI actually hiring for in 2026. I have seen the curriculum and the quality is real. Let me pull up a review here from the public list. The courses are excellent, hands-on, in-depth, and packed with material. There is a lot to cover, so you really need to stay focused to get most out of them. I'm on my second course now and couldn't be happier. That's the experience you get. Hands-on projects, real agentic systems, mentors who have shipped these stuff into the production. If you want to check out the program, I've left a link to the free Interview Kickstart webinar below. Come and meet the team, see the curriculum, decide if it's right for you. Whether you do it solo or with Interview Kickstart, I wish you the success. You have already taken the first step. See you in the next one. Or maybe I'll see you in the webinar.